Can you believe it? They've unbanned Splinter Twin. Today we're taking the classic modern deck for a spin. How does it fare in 2024? Let's find out. This video is proudly sponsored by Card Market. This is Splinter Twin in the current year. If you're unfamiliar with this classic modern combo, well, it's pretty easy to understand. You have the card Splinter Twin, a 4 mana, 2 and 2 red enchantment that target creature gains tap, make a copy of itself if it's a non-legendary creature, it gains haste until end of turn. So the idea is that you want to put it on Deceiver Exarch, which untaps itself, and when you do this, you get to create an infinite number of Deceiver Exarchs. Okay, well, with an infinite number of Deceiver Exarchs, you can attack and win the game. Sweet. Well, traditionally, back when this deck was originally banned in 2016, there was another creature, Pestermite. We're not playing that today. Not because I don't want to, but because it's not my deck list. I repeat, it is not my deck list. This is the first 5-0 deck list of Splinter Twin that was published. And well, I just decided, well, it was good enough for me to play. So I'm not playing Pestermite today. If you see anyone in the comments just saying, no Pestermite, I want you to bully them. I'm usually pretty anti-bully, but people don't watch the deck tech and then they have questions, so I give you permission to bully those people. Other than that, no bullying. We're a pretty friendly channel here. All right, so the idea is that you have the Deceiver Exarch, you have Splinter Twin, and then you're really like a combo control deck, more control than combo. So you have Snapcaster Mage, Counterspell, yes, counter target spell, and then Flame of Anor, because you're also sort of a wizard deck. You have Snapcaster Mage and Tamio Inquisitive Student. Why are we playing so many creatures? Reasonable question. It's because of Flare of Denial. So you could sacrifice a blue creature to counter target spell. Okay, well, why is this good when you have Force of Negation? Well, Force of Negation doesn't protect your combo. Flare of Denial does. So it's both offensive and reactive protection, which is exactly what we want, and we made that happen using things like Thundertrap Trainer, Snapcaster Mage, etc. So that is why we're playing Flare of Denial and Flame of Anor. After that, you have Lorien Revealed and Sink in a Stupor that are spells, but also part of your mana base, which is exactly what we want. So there's 16 real lands, including the Thundering Falls, and then 6 pseudo lands between the Sink in a Stupor and Lorien Revealed. In the sideboard, we do have Force of Negation for those blazing fast combo decks. Also, Green Sun Zenith was unbanned, so Pyroclasm gains a little bit extra in the sideboard. We have Blood Moon because of Primeval Titan decks are everywhere. I mentioned Green Sun Zenith already. And then Meltdown. Moxa Opal was unbanned, so Affinity is back. We have 4 copies of Meltdown to beat up on those decks. And then Ghost Vacuum for all those popular graveyard strategies with the Faithless Looting. This is Splinter Twin in the current year. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, like, comment, subscribe. But without any further ado, let's go play some Magic. I'll see you in the first round. Don't go anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Here goes nothing. We're playing match number 1 with Splinter Twin combo. We don't have Splinter, or we don't have Twin. I guess it's really the same card, but we don't have Deceiver Exarch is my point. And we're on the draw. We've opened up a reasonable control hand. We'll keep this. A lot of you may not know this, but before I was Bryant Cook, the combo player, I played a lot of control decks, and then I played a lot of tempo decks. Like, I actually played the very early versions of Threshold and Legacy before they were Delver or whatever atrocity you would like to call them today. So yeah, I've played control before. The first deck I really did well with was a deck called Angel Control, which played Exalted Angels and Skeletal Scryings. So I have some experience playing control in my day. A couple of years ago, I won back-to-back challenges with Rug Delver and then 4-color Snowco control. So I know how to play Magic. That's my point here. And playing a control deck is not out of my wheelhouse. All right, we'll just play Scalding Tarn and pass the turn. They play a Raucous Theater. Gets rid of a Fatal Push. Good by me. We'll grab that Thundering Falls, keep the Deceiver Exarch on top of the deck, play the Steam Vents, ouch, and let's play that Thundertrap Trainer. One nice thing about our mana base containing 6 spells is that you can find them off of this Thundertrap Trainer. And they Lightning Bolt, that's fine. We'll take Counterspell, pass the turn. Dwarven Mine! Okay, so now we know that they're on Creativity combo. Another copy of Thoughtseize. So that could take my Deceiver Exarch at this point. And they're already down to 3 cards in hand. Like, I'm feeling pretty good about our situation. They take the other Counterspell. Interesting. We'll play the Scalding Tarn because they know about it, and we'll pass the turn. Fable of the Mirrorbreaker. An interesting one. I think we will Flare of Denial, because I still have Snapcaster for Counterspell. We'll grab a basic island. And we'll cast this the old-fashioned way. We draw a Scalding Tarn. We don't really need that. I guess I'll play the land, and then we'll pass. Just thinning at this point is good. They have 4 cards in hand, so do we. They play a Commercial District. Surveils away a mountain. On the end step, we'll fetch. We don't have another Surveil land, so we'll just grab a Steam Vents. And now we'll draw 2. Target ourselves. Okay. Another Lightning Bolt. They're at 13. We could go end step, Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster Lightning Bolt, attack Lightning Bolt. That would be 11 damage. I think we're going to sit pretty for a minute. Another Deceiver Exarch, okay. They fetch with Bloodstained Mire. This will put them to 11. They grab another Dwarven Mine. Thoughtseize. We'll flash in the Snapcaster Mage. We'll target Counterspell. And let's Counterspell the Thoughtseize. So it gets rid of my combo kill with just Lightning Bolts and Snapcasters, but I think I'm okay with that. And from our opponent's perspective, they have 4 mana here. They can go for creativity. I believe they don't know about either of my Lightning Bolts, so that is a concern for them. And they do in fact go for it. We will play Spell Pierce. I want to hold these Lightning Bolts. We don't need to use them quite yet. Spell Pierce isn't getting any better. Lightning Bolt still has value. I believe that... No, I'm 1 damage short. That's a bummer. Alright, so we'll attack. I don't expect them to block, just because this is their creature for creativity. So now I can deal them 9 at instant speed. Or I can just kill their creature with Lightning Bolt. This another creativity? Oh, friend. Oh, friend. We will flash in Snapcaster Mage. This seems like a great spot for Flame of Anor. We'll choose 2 modes. And the opponent concedes. Nice. No combo needed. Just Bryant Cook Control Mage. Alright, so we're facing creativity. We probably want Force of Negation. Blood Moon doesn't seem very good. In fact, the rest of the sideboard does not seem amazing. You could likely board out a few copies of Tamiyo. Like, it's just not really what this matchup's about. And maybe we'll do 1 copy of Lorien Revealed. Try this out. So we have twins. We do not have a Deceiver Exarch. I think I'm going to give it a whirl, though. We have a Surveil land we can use to try to find Exarch on time. They just play Blood Crypt and pass. Interesting. Lorien Revealed. We'll play that Scalding Tarn. No turn 2 play either. We'll use the Scalding Tarn and we'll go grab the Thundering Falls. We'll keep Snapcaster Mage. Play the island. Pass. They find Commercial District. Land number 3. So this could be a Fable of the Mirrorbreaker. And it is. So I could flash in Snapcaster Mage and then Flare of Denial. The question is that a good play? I don't think it is. So we're going to let this happen. And now we draw the Flame of Anor. A little late. I think we'll just pass here. So I could have killed the Goblin Shaman. It's just, is that really worthwhile? They're still getting to Fable, and then they'll get Reflection of Kiki Jiki. Maybe I just need to be the combo deck this game. They get rid of an Archon of Cruelty and a Fatal Push, so their hand is pretty good. And now they Faithless Looting. So it looks like they're a hybrid between Reanimator and Creativity. They get rid of a Persist and a Lightning Bolt. So they could have brought back the Archon of Cruelty, and they didn't. We'll draw 2 with the Flame of Anor. Counterspell and another Flame. Okay, not bad. And now we're at 8 cards, so what do we want to do here? I think I'll play the land tapped. The question is, what do we do after that? Probably get rid of the Splinter Twin. We don't need two of them, but it means that we only get one combo attempt, which sort of, we were only ever going to get one anyway. Thoughtseize. We will counter target spell. So now they attack and they get to create another treasure token. We'll fall to 13 life. And now they persist on the Archon. Yeah. Things are not looking good for us here. Discard the Lorien Revealed. I think we're just dead. My hand was too slow. And now they fetch. And they have Inquisition of Kozilek. I am good to concede. Alright, game 3. I think we likely want the Ghost Vacuums. Tamiyo seems like it's never going to live. I'm going to just sideboard those out. And we'll shave one Flame of Anor. I know that it's a good card in the matchup, it's just our deck feels a little clunky. So I'm hoping to smooth it out a little bit, and we'll try this. We'll play the Scalding Tarn and pass. Wooded Foothills for a Blood Crypt. And then they play Inquisition of Kozilek. So they can discard any of the cards in our hand, and they go for the Deceiver Exarch. Not surprised by that decision. We will fetch, get the Thundering Falls, and Surveil. There's Splinter Twin. Okay, so I wish I still had that Exarch, but I don't. We'll play Steam Vents, pass the turn. So playing Steam Vents tapped does signal that I did not draw a Counterspell, but I just want this in play, and our opponent for one turn knowing that we don't have Counterspell is just fine. Another copy of Inquisition. They take the Flare of Denial. They're on one land. That's not good for them. We'll play Flooded Strand, send it back. Faithless Looting. They discard Persistent Thoughtseize. That's interesting. Alright, well they have 4 cards left. We'll grab another Steam Vents. Lorien Revealed. I will hardcast that next turn. I'm not afraid. They fetch with the Arid Mesa for a Commercial District. I'm not surprised because they wanted that green mana, and there was a reason they were willing to discard Thoughtseize. And they Surveil Archon of Cruelty to the graveyard. What an insane hit. We might be in trouble here because they discarded the Persist, so that means that they probably had another in hand. Thoughtseize, yeah. Is the pick here Lorien Revealed? It might be. And they do take Lorien Revealed. Land number 3. If this is Archon of Cruelty, we're in not a good spot. I'm sorry, Persist for Archon of Cruelty. Wrenn and 6, that's fine. They have 2 cards left. They're about to get back a fetch land. Okay, let's see it. We need something good. Force of Negation. Alright, we have to pass the turn. They play the land that we knew about because they got it back last turn off of Wrenn and 6. Fable of the Mirror will show them that we drew Force of Negation. And now they pick up Arid Mesa. Lair of Denial. This is one of those spots where after I sideboarded out Lorien Revealed and Flame of Anor, where I'm being slightly punished for that decision, just because I'm hoping to draw one of those cards at this point. Our opponent surveils an Arid Mesa to the graveyard, and they pick it back up. So they still have 2 lands in their hand that we know about. They flashback Faithless Looting. This allows them to convert those lands into spells. They discarded another Thoughtseize, so their hand has to be good. They're at 10 life, so we can draw a Snapcaster Mage. We're within reach. Another Scalding Tarn was not a very good draw. I'm going to just hold it so that way it looks like I might have drawn something that's live rather than playing a dead card. That's a Dwarven Mine. Another copy of Faithless Looting. Discards land and a Lightning Bolt. They return a Wooded Foothills to their hand. So they could flashback Faithless Looting here. And they don't. We draw Spell Pierce. I'm fine just passing. We don't need to do anything else. Wrenn and 6 Ultimate. Admittedly, was not on top of my head. I might be in trouble. I could have Lightning Bolted the Wrenn, and I wasn't thinking about that. They Inquisition me. We'll Lightning Bolt you. And Flare of Denial. Veil of Summer. We'll Spell Pierce that. Okay, so they now have free range to just play the Indomitable Creativity on the Dwarf token, get their Archon of Cruelty, and, we're just dead after that. We'll discard the Scalding Tarn. Even if I draw Deceiver Exarch, I'm pretty sure I just lose. Another land. We'll pass the turn. Yeah, I mean, this game, I was supposed to Lightning Bolt the Wrenn and 6. That's on me. I don't know if we would have been able to do anything meaningful. But I should have thought of lightning bolting the Wrenn and 6. Another Dwarven Mine. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, we're dead. Okay, so we are 0-1 to start off this Modern League. Bummer. We did not get to Splinter Twin. Not the goal of this video, so hopefully we get to do it in match number 2. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Let's bounce back in the second match. We're on the draw again. I will keep. So obviously that first match, I want to lightning bolt the Wrenn and 6. That said, I don't think I was going to win that one anyway based on how we were drawing. So, you know, we were likely going to lose, but I'd like to play a little better this round. And it looks like we're facing Hollow One. And they have the namesake right on turn 1, discarding a Nethergoyf. That's sick. I love that. Okay. Strong start. We'll play Flooded Strand and pass. Fun thing about Flame of Anor, it can kill a Hollow One. In fact, it can kill a Hollow One and another creature, because you could pick Artifact and the deal 5, but we need to get a Wizard onto the battlefield first. They fetch with the Bloodstained Mire, already down to 14 life. Dragon's Rage Channeler, just a 3/3 Delirium on turn 2, pretty strong. And the Phoenix. Oh, they're bestowing it. Am I allowed to Spell Pierce this? I believe I am. So we'll grab Basic Island, Spell Pierce. And now the Channeler is back to being a 3/3. So they had a very aggressive start while on the play. So if we want to win this, I probably have to draw into the Splinter Twin fairly quickly. So we'll play Scalding Tarn and pass. Faithless Looting. We'll let that go. Discards Goblin Lore. And now they attack for 7. Yeah, we're in trouble here. I'm at 8. I have to fetch down to 7 on their end step. Assuming they don't do anything, I have to counterspell. Nethergoyf. And this is something I have to counterspell. We'll grab the basic island and counter the Nethergoyf. Snapcaster Mage. Play the mountain. Pass the turn. So they're in beginning of combat. I can tap the Hollow One and take 4. I think that's probably the move. So now we'll take 3 down to 4 life. And we're just hoping to rip a Splinter Twin off the top rope. They have 3 cards in hand, 2 mana. We drew Lightning Bolt. We'll play the Steam Vents going to 2. And we'll pass. Orcish Bowmasters? Ay, ay, ay. Killing me, Smalls. That's going to do it. So I could Lightning Bolt and Flame, but I'm still dead on board to the Bowmasters. Okay. Brutal. We'll bring in Ghost Vacuum. This might be a matchup where we can afford to take out a little bit of the counter magic. So let's board down on 2 Tamios, and then either 1 Counterspell or 1 Flare of Denial. I think I'd prefer 1 Counterspell. Game number 2, we're on the play. No red mana. I think we'll keep it anyway. Play the basic island, pass. They cycle a Street Wraith. I mean, the Hollow One deck looks very good. Triple Street Wraith, that's a turn 1 Hollow One already. Channeler, sure. Mishra's Bauble. Maybe you should have done that first, because then you could cycle into something you want. So I don't know what the order of the cards they drew was, but if they had Mountain, Channeler, plus Mishra's Bauble, they should have done it. They should have cycled after, because you could have cycled into the Hollow One if you knew it was on top of your deck. That's the point I'm getting at here. So I don't know what they drew, but it looks like a missed opportunity from this side of the table. So they'll draw a card off the Bauble in her upkeep. We draw Flame of Anor. Let's play the Thundertrap Trainer. And now they'll use the other Mishra's Bauble. We'll take Ghost Vacuum. Really need to draw a red mana source, though. At this point, I'm sort of hoping that they play, what is it called? They played it in game 1. Why can't I think of it? Burning Inquiry. There we go. I remembered. So they surveilled away a looting. No, they played looting, discarding 2 lootings. My bad. And now a Nethergoyf. Yeah, this deck looks incredibly strong. Pretty sweet. And we missed on the land. We'll play Ghost Vacuum. Pass the turn. They attack. We just need to buy time. So I'm going to block here before they could potentially play a removal spell. A fourth copy of Faithless Looting. Gets rid of Goblin Lore. Starfire and Orcish Bowmasters. So the Nethergoyf is now a 6/7. It's just insane. Hollow one, yep. And another Nethergoyf. Holy moly! We'll exile Starfire. Draw for turn. Okay, that gives us a chance. And now we'll pass. They have artifact, they have creature, they have land, they have multiple sorceries, so my Ghost Vacuum can't make anything smaller at this point. Exile a Faithless Looting, I guess. So the problem here is I have one untapped red source in my deck that doesn't kill me. It's one basic mountain. So if I play Exarch, tapping down Nethergoyf, I take 11. That puts me to 1. So I'd have to draw the 1 of mountain in order to win the game. Otherwise, I could Lightning Bolt the Snapcaster Mage and chump block and take 8. And what is my goal for next turn? I don't think there is a line to stay alive. So we'll play the Deceiver Exarch, and we will tap down 1 copy of Nethergoyf. If they have anything here, I'm dead. Another Bowmaster, a Lightning Bolt. Any way to give their stuff +1. I cannot afford to block, so we'll go to 1. And they have Fatal Push. So nothing mattered. We just got stomped. Alright, so we're now 0-2 with Splinter Twin. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and Mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Alright, trying to bounce back in the third match. We are winless right now, and we've opened up a hand with 1 land. I don't think we can afford to keep that. We'll send it back. We'll try this, putting Sink into Stupor on the bottom of the deck. Misty Rainforest, okay. We'll play the Flooded Strand and pass. They search out a Regrin Triome and a Flooded Strand, sure. We will fetch, grab Thundering Falls. We don't need the 4th land. We'll play the basic island and a Tameo Inquisitive Student. They search out a Zagoth Triome, so now they have all 5 colors for something like Leyline Binding. And now a Flooded Strand. For Sacred Foundry, Blage. So this is going to kill my Tameo. Unfortunate. Another Steam Vents. We'll play it untapped and pass. No idea what this is. Okay, so whenever you cast a creature with mana value 4 or greater, draw a card, gain 1 life. And then you could put a +1/+1 counter on it. Sure, that doesn't seem that great to me. And now a Temple Garden. We will draw 2 with the Flame of Anor. Into more lands. Wonderful. Splinter Twin. We'll play Steam Vents, and let's just Lightning Bolt this thing. I guess maybe I should have played the land untapped, because then I could have Snapcaster Lightning Bolt open. I don't know if it's relevant, but it's something I could have chosen to do. And it looks like we're going to get away with 1. Lair of Denial. We'll play Flooded Strand. So on the end step, I can Snapcaster Mage and then Flame of Anor to draw 2. They play land number 6. And another Helga, sure. We'll fetch with the Flooded Strand. Grab a basic island. And let's play Snapcaster Mage. Counterspell. We will Spell Pierce. So now we can't play the Flame of Anor, but I could still Lightning Bolt the Helga. I think that our opponent got a little jumpy and they should have just waited for the Flame of Anor, because it's a face-up play, but we got away with 1. We'll play Steam Vents, and let's attack for 2. Next turn they can bring back the Flage, which is a concern. My thoughts so far on this deck are that it feels a little clunky. Like, I wish that there was just more cantrips to be able to control my draws. And with only 4 of each combo piece, they do feel like they rot a little bit. So I could counterspell this, but then I'm shields down. I think I lose to this if I don't, though. So we'll attempt to Flare of Denial. And they have Force of Negation. Yeah, so we're in not a great spot. So the Flage will kill my Snapcaster Mage. Yep. Thundertrap Trainer. Well, I guess we can play this with Offspring. Insert joke about how you have to keep them separated. Or something like the kids aren't alright. That would also be appropriate here. So we'll take Sink into Stupor with the first one, because that can bounce the Flage to buy time. And then the Offspring happens, and we'll take Flame of Anor. That was a good turn cycle for us. Solitude. And now they have no hand. Okay. And now they're going to kill my wizard here. And then I'll take 6 down to 11. Ooh, that's good. Alright, well, our opponent has to draw a live card here. They grab a Meticulous Archive. And they put Wrath of the Skies to the graveyard. Oh boy. In their upkeep, I guess they don't even have to do in their upkeep, right? Like, I can just let it go. Beginning of combat. We'll play Deceiver Exarch. And we'll tap the Flage. Are we actually going to get to Splinter Twin combo? No way. They say it couldn't be done, but here we are. In match 3, down 0-2, trying to twin. And another twin. Alright. You didn't draw it. Come on. No! They drew Force of Negation. How devastating. Are we just dead? Oh boy. Omnath, Locus of Creation. Sure. So basically, the only way I win this is if they mess up with the Flage. And they didn't. They targeted me. So we'll Lightning Bolt the Solitude. And now I have to throw the Deceiver Exarch in front of the Flage. Snapcaster Mage. So I can Sink in a Stupor on the Flage, and then they play it again. So then after they play it again, they can immediately escape it and kill me. So I'm just dead. Yeah, there's no out here. What a brutal draw. I thought we were actually going to get to do it. We definitely want Blood Moon. The Lightning Bolt did not seem amazing here. I think we'll just try this. Game number 2, we're on the play. Yeah, we'll keep. Play Thundering Falls. We'll keep the Thundertrap Trainer. And now we'll play the Trainer. Do I really want to show them Blood Moon? I don't think I do. We'll take Sink into Stupor. Like, I don't want them to have an open fetch land when I play my Blood Moon. Alright, well, they have 2 fetch lands. Deceiver Exarch. We'll play Scalding Tarn, and let's attack for 1. Another fetch land. So they're playing around Blood Moon, at least for the moment. Oh, they're definitely playing around Blood Moon, okay. 3 mana. Or a Helga, sure. We'll fetch. Maybe I should have done this first, because if they have Solitude, I get punished. We'll grab Steam Vents. I want to throw them off the scent of me having Blood Moon in my deck. We'll pay 2 life, and Flame of Anor with 2 modes. Paying the cost. Let's see if it resolves. And they Solitude. So they should have done this in response to my fetch land, because I've already chosen the 2 modes. So that Solitude wasn't that great in my opinion. We draw the Splinter Twin. Okay. And another Deceiver Exarch. We'll play our land. And we'll pass the turn. On the end step, we will cycle Lorien Revealed. Grab Basic Island. And because we have 3 Exarchs, we'll play 1 out. So we will target their basic planes trying to draw out a removal spell. And they don't. Thundertrap Trainer. We'll attack for 1. And we'll play the Trainer. They fetch in response for a Steam Vents. I have been counterspelled. That's fine. They play another Triome. 4 cards left in their hand. We'll flash in another copy of Deceiver Exarch. And once again, we will tap the planes, shutting off Leyline Binding. So, I mean, I think that this is our spot. Let's see if I'm wrong, but I'm going to go for it. I will attempt to Splinter Twin. They have a Solitude. I will play Counterspell. Hey, we got one! We did it. We successfully splintered and we twinned. Twinned? I don't know. I'm just making up words at this point, but we got a game. That's exciting. Let's try to get game number 3. This is technically a hand with 2 lands in it. We have double Thundertrap Trainer, 2 lands. You know what? We'll keep. They were countering my Thundertrap Trainers in game 2. Maybe this isn't so unreasonable. We'll just be mono blue aggro. We'll play the Sink into Stupor as a land and pass. The Triome, okay. On the end step, we'll cycle Lorraine Revealed, grab a basic island, play Thundertrap Trainer. We'll take Flare of Denial, pass the turn. Breeding Pool, and a Helga. Is that really counterspell worthy? I guess I'll counter it. I'm not sure if this is right or wrong. The way my hand is constructed, this could actually get out of line, so that's my fear. We'll cycle Lorraine Revealed. We'll grab Steam Vents. We'll play it. And let's play Tamiyo Inquisitive Student. Leyline Binding. We will attempt a Spell Pierce. And they Solitude in response. Fine by me. Counterspell. We'll play another Thundertrap Trainer. And I guess we're taking a Blood Moon. Pass the turn. We have no basics right now. Commercial District is not a basic land. So our best draw is likely Flare of Denial. They Surveil, they Solitude to the graveyard. And they just conceded to the Blood Moon. We got our first match win. We've successfully done it. Alright, we're now 1-2 with 2 matches left to go. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. We are 0 for 4 with die rolls. That said, we will keep this hand. It's fairly well rounded. I like the ability to play out an early Tamiyo, and then Flare of Denial. And if we draw a Deceiver Exarch, we obviously have Splinter Twin later. So there's a lot of things to like about this hand. Sink into Stupor. We'll lead on the Steam Vents. I want to leave myself the opportunity to use this Flooded Strand to go get these Thundering Falls. They search out a Raucous Theater. And now they use Bloodstained Mire for a Blood Crypt. Cycle Street Wraith. So we're facing the Hollow One deck again, it looks like. Burning Inquiry, we're going to let that go. They discard our Splinter Twin. That's not great. Our Tamiyo does transform. Silver Lining. And that's a Hollow One. Incredibly scary. Yeah. Faithless Looting. They discarded Nethergoyf. Yeah, this deck just seems so good. Granted, these are my only 2 matches against this deck so far, but this deck seems busted. We'll play the Flooded Strand, we'll plus the Tamiyo. Pass the turn. They have Arena of Glory, so that way they can give a creature haste here. Fear of Missing Out. Okay, and it will have haste, so when they enter, they can discard a card and draw a card. And they do have Delirium, so after this, they'll get an additional attack step. It looks like they're trying to kill the Tamiyo. Interesting. So they attacked me with the Fear of Missing Out. So now my Snapcaster Mage can make it so that Tamiyo lives. We'll flash in the Snapcaster, target Flare of Denial, and now the Tamiyo will trigger. We'll move to block, so I'll block with my Snapcaster Mage. So now in their second attack step, the Tamiyo should trigger again. So Tamiyo would only take 2 from the Hollow One. And that's exactly what happened. So Tamiyo goes back down to 2. And then next turn I can Flame of Anor to keep the Tamiyo alive. I could also just Sink into Stupor. Dragon's Rage Channeler, yeah. Lightning Bolt. We'll play Steam Vents. Plus on the Tamiyo. We'll pass the turn. They play Faithless Looting. Surveils away Mishra's Bauble. And another copy of Faithless Looting. Sure. They discard a Tarfire. That's really in the deck for the Nethergoyf. And now we'll see what they do with their attack. So I could have killed the Fear of Missing Out. I'm just not convinced that's something I care about here. And they're going at me. So we'll kill the Hollow One. They have no cards left in their hand. So I go to 11. We'll plus the Tamiyo again. Play the island. Let's lightning bolt the... Actually, do I even want to do that? So next turn they can bring back the Netherglyph. I think I'm supposed to pass because I don't want to bolt in my main phase and then the Detective's Phoenix to blow me out. They draw land 4. So what they can do now is Netherglyph from the graveyard with Detective's Phoenix. And the Phoenix would be on fear of missing out. So we'll lightning bolt the fear of missing out. And now they get a Surveil off the Channeler. And our opponent just conceded. Okay. A little premature in my opinion, but that's fine. We'll bring in Ghost Vacuum. I wonder if this is even a good Flare of Denial matchup. We'll take out 2 Flare of Denial and 1 Counterspell. Try this out. Like, you don't really... Like, they don't seem to have a lot of removal that you want to counter anyway. And they're just so fast and efficient that Flare of Denial seems really slow. That's at least my initial impression. Game number 2, we will keep this. We have Island to cycle for Steam Vents into the Lightning Bolt. And then we have Snapcaster Bolt. There's a lot of play here. I guess one thing I could do that I just thought of, and maybe I'm wrong for not doing it, is bringing in Force of Negation. So that way I can counterspell a Faithless Looting or a Burning Inquiry to really slow them down. That's probably something I should have done. That's a first turn hollow one. They'll draw off the Mishra's Bauble. Splinter Twin. Okay. Bloodstained Mire. And they fetch. For Blood Crypt. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Almost to Delirium already. We'll take 4 off the hollow one. We go to 16. End step will cycle a Lorien Revealed. Grab Steam Vents. We're really looking for another land. Because then I can go Thundertrap Trainer into Flame of Anor with both modes. That's another land. We'll play the Thundertrap Trainer. It triggers. And they have Fatal Push. Okay. And they now have Delirium. We'll take another Flame of Anor. So I'm in trouble here because I'm at 14. And they're going to attack for 7 next turn, putting me to 7. If I want to play the Flame of Anor, I have to play Sink in a Stupor as my land. So then after their attack, I'm at 1 life. So if they play anything here that would deal me damage, I just lose. They kept the card on top. They discarded another Fatal Push. Okay, they have 2 cards remaining. Another hollow one. That's going to do it here. I'm not going to be able to recover. Okay, we can go to game number 3. And I will be bringing in the Force of Negations now. Get rid of the Flare of Denial. Maybe 1 more Counterspell. Let's try this. Game 3. We're on the play. This is a no land hand. We have to send it back. Sure. We'll get rid of Steam Vents. Or is that just crazy talk? We'll get rid of the second Deceiver Exarch. Play the Flooded Strand and pass. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. You've got it. And they took the Deceiver Exarch. I think I'm actually okay with that. That's the card if I had to pick for them to discard, I'd choose the Exarch. We'll grab Thundering Falls, Surveil, get rid of a land we don't need. Lightning Bolt is a fine draw, and now we will play the Thundertrap Trainer. We will take a Splinter Twin because I have to. Pass. They cycle Street Wraith. They play a black Cleave Cliffs. And just pass the turn. We'll go to combat. This seems like an Orcish Bowmasters if I had to take a wild guess. We'll attack for 1. Oh my, I can't believe it. It was an Orcish Bowmasters. So they're going to ping the Trainer. And now they can go to blocks. And I'm going to allow these to trade. We'll now Lightning Bolt the Bowmasters. Play Steam Vents. And then play Tamiyo. Pass the turn. They play Dragon's Rage Channeler. They still have 4 cards in hand. Down to 3 with the Netherglyph. Another Flame of Anor, huh? We'll attack. Create a clue token. And then let's Flame of Anor with both modes. And we'll take out the Netherglyph. And this will flip my Tamiyo. They Surveil. The blowout of a lifetime here would be if it was Tarfire. But if it was Tarfire, they wouldn't take so long thinking about this. They kept the card on top. So now the Tamiyo will flip, will plus, player land, pass the turn. Arena of Glory, so now they can give a creature haste. So they pass through combat, interesting. So they're just holding open removal for a potential twin. Fine by me. We'll plus the Tamiyo again. And I believe at this point we're just playing Protect the Queen. We need to make sure that Tamiyo lives. There's no reason to play a Thundertrap Trainer here if it means that I can't hold open Flame of Anor. Bowmasters. A little annoying. So Tamiyo takes 1 here. They cycle a hollow one. So this will give the Channeler Delirium and another copy of Arena of Glory. They have 2 cards left in hand, 5 mana on the battlefield. 3 mana. Is this escaped Nethergoyf? Wouldn't you want to attack first? Yeah, I think our opponent's realizing that. They just play another Nethergoyf from hand instead. That's fine. And a Detective's Phoenix, which would be on the Nethergoyf. We'll kill the Nethergoyf in response. Not exactly sure what happened there. I think they surveilled one to the graveyard, and then the one they were trying to cast ended up on the battlefield. Seems a little odd. We'll plus the Tamiyo, and I believe we'll pass the turn. They're now in combat. We'll Flame of Anor again to kill the Channeler, and then Tamiyo will take 1. But they can bring back the Nethergoyf here, which is incredibly large. But they don't. They just pass through the turn. Lightning Bolt. We'll plus the Tamiyo. Play the Thundertrap Trainer. We'll take Lorien Revealed. Pass the turn. Another Orcish Bowmasters. That's kind of annoying. They hit the Tamiyo. So now the Orc army will grow to a 2-power. Faithless Looting with no cards in hand. Sure. So it's just mill 2. Bobble and Street Wraith. So now they can definitely bring back the Nethergoyf. They have enough card types. I mean, they already had Artifact and Creature previously, so they're not new. And they had Sorcery earlier too, so it just means that the Nethergoyf is larger. So they play the Nethergoyf, which I cannot counter. And they give it haste using the Arena of Glory. And they're all going at the Tamiyo. So even if I block and then bolt 1, Tamiyo takes 1, I could then get back Flame of Anor. It's actually not the worst play. It will kill the Orcish Bowmaster token, the Orc army. And now we'll go to blocks. I'll throw the Thundertrap Trainer in front. And then Tamiyo will take 1. End step, I'll cycle the Lorien Revealed. I think the land is just better than the blue card for Force of Negation. Alright, Spell Pierce was not a good draw when they have 5 lands. We'll minus the Tamiyo. Get back Flame of Anor. And I think I want to kill the Nethergoyf before they could potentially draw a fetch land, because a fetch land off the top would just blow me out, because then my removal spell doesn't work anymore. So we'll just kill it in our main phase and pass. The problem is, now without Tamiyo in play, the Orcish Bowmasters are live to just, hit me every turn, but shut off my clue token. I just need to draw a Deceiver Exarch. A flashback Faithless Looting. I will Spell Pierce. I don't know why they paid 4 mana for that. It doesn't say that they have a mana floating, so I'm not sure why they did it that way. And now Detective's Phoenix, yep. So Nethergoyf is gone, and now they have a worse creature in play, but it's still 6 power. Come on, Deceiver Exarch. No such luck. We'll play the Flooded Strand and pass. I think that I'm going to have to crack the clue token to try to spike a Deceiver Exarch. We've seen 33% of our deck at this point. There's 1 in the graveyard, so there's only a couple left. I have to let this go. Because how I win this game is drawing an Exarch, and if I hardcast the Force of Negation, using the clue to draw into an Exarch is off the table. So now they'll attack for 6. I'll go to 7. They flashback Faithless Looting, that's fine. Actually, hold on. Maybe I should have countered that. I should have fetched and then used the clue token to see what I drew. And then if I drew a dud, I could have countered the Faithless Looting. They got rid of a Fatal Push, though. That's good. Their last card in hand was Hollow One. So maybe it worked out. Alright, so we will fetch. Grab the basic island. Come on, Deceiver Exarch. Pretty please. Draw off a clue token. We'll take 2 off the Bowmaster triggers. Instead, we draw Lorien Revealed. I believe we're dead. Snapcaster Mage. What does that do? I don't know. We'll pass. So I can Flame of Anor to destroy an artifact, and then 5 to a creature. So I can kill the hollow one and this Bowmaster's. Another Phoenix? Come on. You're killing me here. Literally. I can't counter it, so I think I'm dead. I was going to stabilize before this. So now we'll flash in Snapcaster Mage, target Flame of Anor, and then 2 modes, 5 damage and destroy an artifact, destroy the hollow one, and then 5 damage to this Bowmaster's. And then we could have gone to blocks. I block here, and then I take 4 and die. If I block here, we would have gone to 1, but I'm just dead to this Detective's Phoenix, so nothing mattered. Bummer. We're now 1-3 with Splinter Twin. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? You're not going to believe it, but we've won a die roll. We are on the play for the 5th and final match. Sure, we'll try this. The Flooded Strand Mirror match. We'll fetch, selecting Thundering Falls. Glare of Denial. We'll keep that one. We'll play Scalding Tarn, pass. Watery Grave, okay. Thought Scour. So they're just on Dimir Frog Tide, or whatever you would like to call the Dimir Frog deck. Consider. Instep will fetch. Grab a Steam Vents. And let's cycle Lorien Revealed, because what if we're lucky enough to have our opponent tap out and we draw Splinter Twin? We want all 4 mana, so we'll grab a basic island. We did not draw Splinter Twin. They search out an Undercity Sewers. Polluted Delta, still 7 cards in hand. That is a Psychic Frog. On the end step, I think we're just going to draw 2. Trainer and a Snapcaster Mage. Cameo Inquisitive Student, that's not bad. Let's play the Thundertrap Trainer. It looks like it might be countered here by Spell Snare. And it is. We'll play Cameo Inquisitive Student. Pass the turn. And now they play a Consider. They can now attack with Psychic Frog. I mean, I'm not going to block, because they could just discard 2 cards and kill my Cameo. It's not worthwhile. Land number 3. And another Cameo Inquisitive Student. Okay, so we'll attack. Create a clue token. Post-combat, we'll cycle Lorien Revealed. Grab a Steam Vents. We'll play it. Pass the turn. They kept their card on top with the second copy of Undercity Sewers. Now they thought Scour targeting themselves. They hit an Oculus and a Psychic Frog. No blocks from me. You have 7 cards in hand. Fatal Push on the Cameo. That happens. Alright, what are you casting? Unearth on the Oculus. I'm going to try taking a big swing here. We'll flash in the Deceiver Exarch. In response, they play Consider. We'll untap our Thundering Falls. Okay, deck. Really, I'd absolutely love to draw a Splinter Twin here. Come on. I am not that lucky. Alright, so we will play Snapcaster Mage. Target Flame of Anor. And now with both modes, we will deal 5 and draw 2. So we'll kill the Oculus, and then we'll draw 2 cards. It's pointless to attack with the Deceiver Exarch into a 2/2 creature, so we'll pass. They play another copy of Consider. I mean, they're still in a great spot here. Like, this Psychic Frog is just drawing them so many cards, I can't answer it. And eventually, it will just kill me. They discard Counterspell. That is a sign of strength. Spell Snare. Spell Pierce. Yeah, that's a lot of counterspells. They just said, I don't think you can beat the number of cards that are already in my hand. I won't be needing these. And now a Thought Scour. Okay. Lightning Bolt. We'll play Cameo Inquisitive Student. Let's try Thundertrap Trainer. And now the Thundertrap Trainer. Find Splinter Twin so we can go for the win next turn. We will pass. And step another Thought Scour. They have 20 cards left in their deck. So they can deal me 9 this turn if they discard their entire hand. But I still have a blocker. Unearth on the Oculus, that's fine. And another Oculus, sure. So it looks like we're potentially going to win this. Like, I don't know what 3 cards are in their hand. It could be triple Flare of Denial, or double Flare of Denial Spell Pierce, or double Flare of Denial Removal Spell. I would just like to say that our opponent discarded Counterspell, Spell Snare, Spell Pierce. If they lose this game, it is 100% on them. We'll say no blocks. Like, I felt like our opponent was in an unlosable spot, and then they got really aggressive when they didn't need to. And it looks like they chose to keep things like Thought Scour and Oculus. So, we'll see. Another Splinter Twin. We'll play the Twin on Deceiver Exarch. Force of Negation, pitching a Psychic Frog. I will Flare of Denial, sacrificing Thundertrap Trainer. Okay, Splinter Twin. Alright, and they concede. Thank you, opponent. Alright, so we got game 1. Now for the post board. Do we even sideboard? That's another question here. Part of me thinks no. Like, you could bring in Ghost Vacuum for their Unearth package, but I don't think that's how we want to try to win this. I'm going to just hit submit. Sure, we'll try this. We draw Flame of Anor, we'll fetch with a Scalding Tarn, grab a basic, play the Tamiyo. They do not search out the Undercity Sewers. There's 2 of them, so I doubt they have both of them in their hand. They play Dark Slick Shores for a basic island, so they might be worried about Blood Moon. That's gotta be it. And that is a Psychic Frog. Splinter Twin, that's a good one. Alright, we'll attack with the Tamiyo. So our opponent here could discard 2 cards and then exile 2 cards in order to kill my Tamiyo, which I think I'm okay with. They don't. We'll just pass. They play Consider, Dreams of Steel and Oil, so they can discard Deceiver Exarch or the Thundertrap Trainer. And they take a Deceiver Exarch. A little odd considering we have 2 of them, but we'll see. They attack with the Psychic Frog. Ouch. They search out Watery Grave down to 16 life. We'll draw using the Clue token. Another Flame of Anor. Steam Vents. We'll play that. Ouch. Attack with the Tamiyo. Will investigate to create a clue. I don't know if we're going to have a much better window, so I'm going to try to resolve the Flame of Anor to draw 2 and deal 5. If they really wanted this Psychic Frog to live, they could. Well, it eats 2 copies of Force of Negation. I think that's a fair trade. And step another copy of Consider. And they kept that card on top. Thought Scour, which mills another copy of Thought Scour and a Spell Pierce. They discard an Oculus to Frog, and now they're going to play Unearth. That's exactly what's going to happen here. And now they'll attack with the Frog for 2. We'll go to 14, and then they'll draw a card up to 3 cards in hand. They fetch 2 cards left. Is this a Murktide Regent? I mean, that's a lot of power if it is. It is. Okay, so they're saying like, hey, I don't think you can win in time. And I did not draw the land I needed. Flare of Denial wasn't bad, but I needed to draw a land there. So we'll pass. In their upkeep, we'll flash in Deceiver Exarch. And we'll tap the Murktide Regent. So they can discard the Thundertrap Trainer here. That doesn't matter. So I just need to draw a land, and we have Counterspell Protection Splinter Twin combo. We just have to draw land number 4. How hard could it be, right? There's 12 other lands in the deck. And then 2 copies of Sink in a Stupor. So really it's 14 hits. We're not blocking. We'll take 7. They play a land. It's looking good for the home team if I can just draw a land. Undercity Sewers. And now they get to Manifest Dread. Let's see it. It's a Lightning Bolt. Ah, come on. So, what does a winning game look like now? I'm dead if I don't block the Murktide Regent, and they have all of this power in play. I can bolt the Frog, but then they just discard a card, so I could double bolt the Oculus. But if I do that, I might as well Flame of Anor. So we'll do that. We'll draw 2 and kill the Oculus. They just conceded the match? There's no way. Really? Okay. So I guess we went 2 and 3. It seemed really odd to me. My thoughts on the deck. It was too clunky. This deck needs Preordain. It needs probably another cantrip too. I I don't love the Lorien Revealed stuff. Like, I get why you're doing it because it fuels Thundertrap Trainer, but it just felt way too clunky. I'd rather just use cantrips to hit my lands rather than cycling to guarantee I find Thundering Falls or whatever. Because I think if you're going to only play for Deceiver Exarch and for Splinter Twin, you want a high density of being able to look for your cards. And this deck is just what you draw is what you draw. And I don't think that's great. So this wouldn't be a list that I recommend moving forward. Maybe there's another list that performs better and I would believe that. But I don't think I would try this list again. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But really, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, keep storming. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're interested, you can visit theepicstorm.com/donation-decks to see your combo deck here on this very YouTube channel. You can even join me in a video in the Epic tier. It's totally worth it, I promise. And see ya. Thanks for watching.